Let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're looking at a truly fascinating behavioral phenomenon. We're exploring the hidden psychology of people who delete all their social media, specifically those who skip platforms like Instagram entirely, all in an effort to increase their overall life satisfaction. It's not just some passing trend. It's a deep, often invisible psychological choice, and we're going to unpack exactly how it works.
I want you to picture that one person you know. You definitely know the one. They're completely missing from the grid. They have absolutely no profile. There are no selfies, zero stories, and no daily life updates. Have you ever noticed some people just don't have Instagram at all? Or maybe they have an account they set up years ago, but they almost never use it? In a modern world where millions upon millions of people scroll through these feeds every single day, they simply don't care to participate. So why is that?
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1. The antisocial myth.
The common societal assumption, the big myth, is that these individuals simply don't care about their friends, or that they're inherently antisocial, or wildly out of touch with the modern world. But the reality is far more interesting. Psychology tells us that their absence isn't about being a grumpy hermit. Rather, it's driven by profound, much deeper psychological choices. We're going to look at 5 specific psychological realities that explain why someone would completely step away from these platforms to boost their life satisfaction.
Section 2. The validation reward system.
Now, what's really interesting about this is the brain's reward system. It's a neurological mechanism that gets highly activated by social approval. Think about it: likes, comments, and followers. Platforms like Instagram are literally built from the ground up around this exact social feedback loop. Every single notification is a tiny, engineered hit to that reward system. But for the people who skip the app altogether, they interact with this biological system entirely differently. As this quote beautifully captures, they don't feel a strong need to share their lives for approval. People who delete their social media simply place a lot less subjective value on external validation. They don't wake up with that burning urge to broadcast their morning coffee or their latest achievement just to gather digital applause. Because they aren't seeking that external reward, they naturally feel much less drawn to the platform. It's simply a different neurological priority.
Moving right along to Section 3, Protecting Presence and Energy.
Consider the standard user's instinct, reaching for the phone to document. You're on a beautiful vacation or you see a stunning sunset, and the immediate reflex is to pull out the camera. But the alternative choice is staying present in the moment. People who step away from platforms actively choose to enjoy experiences without feeling the pressure to document them. Psychologically, they value the raw, unfiltered experience itself far more than they value the internet's reaction to it.
Just think about what a typical social media feed throws at your brain on a daily basis. New information, photos, videos, opinions, and social comparisons. It is a constant, incredibly heavy stream of data. For a lot of people, processing all of this becomes severely mentally exhausting. So, to increase their overall life satisfaction, they intentionally avoid this environment altogether. They step away to ruthlessly reduce distractions and carefully protect their attention and mental energy.
Section 4. Avoiding comparison and visibility.
And this brilliantly illustrates how constant social comparison operates. It's basically a 3-step trap. Step 1, viewing carefully edited highlights of other people's lives. Remember, nobody really posts their boring Tuesday commute. Step 2, consuming those highlights creates totally unrealistic expectations for our own lives. And step 3, the inevitable result is a drastically lowered sense of life satisfaction. People who delete their social media recognize this pipeline. They see the trap, and they consciously choose to step away from platforms that are quite literally engineered to encourage this constant unhealthy comparison.
When we compare visibility versus privacy, we can clearly see how different people handle personal moments, like achievements and relationships. Standard users lean towards visibility, sharing these personal milestones publicly. But the non-user leans heavily into privacy. Not everyone actually enjoys having an audience, you know? Psychologically, these individuals feel that their most meaningful experiences simply don't need a public audience to be valid or valuable. They guard their privacy fiercely because it brings them genuine peace.
Finally, Section 5. Honoring different emotional needs.
It's absolutely vital that we remain entirely objective here. Not using Instagram doesn't automatically make someone more productive, happier, or wiser. It doesn't make them inherently superior to anyone else. On the flip side, using Instagram doesn't automatically mean someone is flawed or desperately seeking attention. As we've explored the source material for this explainer, we aren't taking sides or endorsing a right way to live. We're just neutrally looking at the fascinating mechanics of human behavior.
So the crucial point is that different people simply have different emotional needs. They have entirely different motivations and unique ways of connecting with the world around them. Because what feels incredibly rewarding, fun, and engaging to one person, like sharing a vacation photo with a huge network, might feel completely unnecessary, draining, or stressful to another. It's all about honoring how our unique brains are wired. I want to leave you with this final, provocative question. What invisible reasons are driving your everyday choices? Whether you're posting a story right now or you proudly deleted your apps years ago to protect your peace, there is always a hidden psychological why behind the what. Once you start understanding these invisible motivations, you begin seeing human behavior in a totally new, absolutely captivating way. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep questioning the fascinating reasons behind the choices we make every single day.